In this morning's Business Insight, Cincinnati is on a list of one of the best places for women looking to launch a business. The Queen City was ranked number 10 on a list of the best cities in the nation for female entrepreneurs created by financial blog Magnify Money. Cincinnati was the only Midwest city on that list. According to the study, more than 35% of Cincinnati's self-employed workers are women, and 28.5% of the city's incorporated businesses are owned by women. Kirsten Moorfield is a co-founder of Cloverleaf, a Cincinnati startup that has developed software used by companies to build high-performing teams. She joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio.
Thanks, Peg. Kirsten, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have the real deal. You are the female entrepreneur that they're talking about in that story.
Yes.
So I'm curious about your reaction to that. Is Cincinnati a good place to be a female entrepreneur?
Yeah, you know, I actually was really happily surprised by that. I think that we hear so many statistics about how hard it is for women to start businesses. I mean, nationally, less than 2% of venture capital is invested into female-owned businesses. Wow. But I think it's highly encouraging to hear that Cincinnati is a good place. And when I was reflecting on, you know, my experience and why I think maybe Cincinnati is ripe for that, I think that it has a lot to do with the community of Cincinnati. I mean, it absolutely takes a village to start a business. It's really hard and it takes a village, just like raising a family. And in Cincinnati, we have an incredible village. I mean, we have potential customers who are small businesses to Fortune 100s just right down the street from here. We also have organizations that exist solely to help businesses start. There's Centrifuge, there's I think 7 accelerators in Cincinnati, and our company Cloverleaf went through Ocean Accelerator, and it was fantastic for us. And not only, they also have programs for smaller businesses, different types of businesses than our venture-backed type of business, you know? And I think even more about community in Cincinnati, women have this feeling that they have to choose between having a family and having a business, and that's just not true in Cincinnati. I have a small child at home, I have one on the way, I have a thriving business, and I can have all of that because of the great community here in Cincinnati.
Talk a little bit more about that community, because you have a really strong network that's really important to you.
So I also have a group of female founders that I meet with every other week, and it's just hard to start a business. It's a mental battle, and so we get together, we challenge each other, we cry together, we celebrate together, and we also have this ongoing text thread where we ask, you know, who's your accountant? We hit this roadblock. Do you have introductions you could make for us? What's your customer acquisition model? You know, the practical side of business where we've really helped to propel each other's businesses.
And I think a lot of men and women hearing this the first question they might ask to that is, how do you develop that network? How do you get out of that mindset of competition?
Oh, right.
As opposed to collaboration and networking. How do you create that?
I think that's part of what's so unique about Cincinnati. I think that we really just have a spirit of community here in Cincinnati. And I would say, you know, it's really hard to start a business. I keep saying that, but because of that, I don't think that there is this competition sense of you're going to take my idea, because I don't want your idea, I want mine, and we just want to help each other all succeed together.
So you developed your network just by doing what you do and meeting people?
Yes, there's that. There's also, like I said, organizations that exist just to help start businesses. So a friend of mine introduced me to another female founder, and then we emailed Centrifuge and said, connect us to other female founders, and Centrifuge has a list of companies that they connected us with as well. And that's really kind of how the female founder group started. But then there's just events and things that those organizations put on to connect businesses, not only to each other, but also to service providers and to investors.
So in terms of advice to other female entrepreneurs, what would you say is the most important advice you could give them?
To female entrepreneurs right now?
Who have that idea but say, I have a child, I have this, I have...
Oh, okay, who haven't started yet.
How do you...
Okay, so if you have not yet started a business but you are thinking about it, My advice is to talk it out loud with people, because I think we're embarrassed as women to speak big dreams, but you are going to see how people respond to that, and you're going to have some people who don't know how to respond because people aren't really brave enough to dream that crazy big dream, but you'll have those people who respond to your passion with their passion or with their support, and those are the people that are going to become your village to help you start your business.
Great. And in the few seconds we have left, shameless plug for your business.
Yes, thank you.
Tell me about it.
So Cloverleaf is a technology platform. We're on mission to unleash people to do their best work, and we do that through building thriving teams. So we take data on psychology, skills, performance, personality, and strengths, and we aggregate that to the team so that we can take dysfunctional teams or just mediocre performing teams and flip them to be high performing and highly engaged teams.
Great. All right, look them up, cloverleaf.me.
.me. Yes,
All right.
cloverleaf.me. Thank you.
Kirsten, thanks so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.